Hello everyone, this is the Prussian Prince with another ESL Community Cup 10 tournament match cast. This is the second round, aka round of 16, match between Houseplant of Wolf Clan and Riggs. This is a best of 3, and in the first game I believe we have Houseplant playing as the Empire. Let's go over his composition in just a second. Well, I'm gonna put it in slow-mo so I can go over his build. What does he have? He has a General of the Empire, of course. These are his abilities, which is like nothing. What was it? No. Of course, he has some abilities, and he actually took the potion. Then we also have a Light Wizard. Both of these units are on foot. What else do we have? We actually see, looks like 2 demigryphs with halberds on each of the flanks. Then what do we see? Well, we have spearmen with shields, interestingly enough, not regular spearmen. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spearmen with shields. Interesting, because since these guys have shields, probably makes sense against Bretonnian archers, which we'll probably see on the field. Now, for the rest of the composition, we actually have a bunch of crossbows. Okay, 1, 2, 3 crossbowmen for the Empire. Then we see in the back, looks like 2 of these swordsmen. And that is going to be it for the build of the Empire. Okay. Interesting stuff. Now, what do we see for Bretonnia? Well, we have 3 mounted yeoman archers up front. We see Grail Knight on the far right. We see good old Ro16 on his Becky. Of course. Then we actually see, a field trebuchet of all things on the field. We do have some peasant bowmen though. Sorry about that. 3 peasant bowmen in the back. A damsel in distress up front with the spearmen. Then how many spearmen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spearmen at arms. And looks like 2 here, and then there's like 4 here. No, is it? It's 3 here and 3 here. Okay, so basically even. Symmetric. Then 1, 2, 3, 3 men at arms with pole arms. So really, the cavalry force isn't very strong for Bretonnia here, but we'll see how things go. I don't think this is gonna look good for Bretonnia, but hey, you know, things could always be different. Right, looks like Empire moving up with the units going around with. Oh, we actually do have a paladin, which I never noticed on a Pegasus. Demigryphs coming around. There's an engagement over here, and already, as you can see, these demigryphs will eat up these Grail Knights, because Grail Knights not particularly good against demigryphs, as you can already see here. Spearmen at arms coming into the fray against all these demigryphs here, and that's gonna help really against the demigryphs. But the Grail Knights are already losing, and we should see the Empire coming in with more forces. Demigryphs here, not sure what these units were doing really. That is too crazy. Have the spearmen with shields engaging these spearmen with shields. Grail Knights are gonna be routing off the field, but now this spearman at arms with shields isn't gonna do very well either. Engaging all of these units here. Goodbye, unit of spears. Now you can see the peasant bowman not doing so hot against the crossbowmen, but we do have a paladin engaging here. However, the paladin should end up dying to all these demigryphs here, especially as there's another demigryph unit. Now here we see the spearmen at arms with shields pushing up, which is probably not the best idea here, because there is no superiority here for the Empire. So this is a mistake, charging in frontally here. Should have had the units in a nice line over here. You can see the mounted yeoman archers getting rear shots off. Honestly, these guys should be rear charging right now, these spearmen at arms. But here you can clearly see the Empire forces just absolutely crushing through the Bretonnians. These guys cannot even run because they're stuck because of the net of Am and Talk. That's quite funny. Can't even run away. Demigryphs here eating up all these units. And one, I didn't even know he engaged here, and this is not a good engagement for him. As you can see, he's already routing off the field. And yeah, the crossbowmen of Empire are kind of going down, but there's not many bowmen left on the field for Bretonnia. It looks like these swordsmen are gonna eat up those polearms quite nicely. Spearmen at arms with shields here doing alright. But again, the demigryphs are crushing through Bretonnia. These polearms will do really well against demigryphs, but there's still plenty of units around. Ro16 did come back for Bretonnia though, so that's really good. Demigryph Knights here coming in into the mounted yeoman archers. Still though, these polearms here are not gonna do well against swordsmen. And of course that unit isn't gonna do well against 2 swordsmen? Really? Oh. I thought we didn't have so many swordsmen. Okay. No, that's actually a spear unit, which I didn't see properly. So disengaging from this polearm unit, good move. Light Wizard chasing off against Spearmen at Arms. Where's the wall? One is no longer here? Did he just engage somewhere and just died? Maybe he did. Lord recently died. Okay, so Luan is dead. Huh. Interesting. I didn't see he engaged somewhere. Paladin is coming in. He's gonna try and go down onto these crossbows, doing significant damage to them, but this shouldn't really be enough to turn the tide. And as you can see here, these rear charges from these demigryphs should be massive. Damsel getting hit here as well. Med arms with pole arms getting rear charged, so their morale should drop significantly very, very soon here. We see an ability that's going to be popped here. The Lord is dead. Demigryphs coming in as well. We see Curse of the Midnight Wind, which is good use of the Damsel, but it's not really going to matter at this point, as we see the General of the Empire coming in and activating all of his abilities basically right now. There's too many units on the field for Empire, and that is going to be the first game, as you can see. Pretty clear victory for the Empire here, although making a pretty, how should I put it, pretty important mistake in the center. Charging in with all those spears was kind of unnecessary, honestly. Should have kept them in reserve, I guess. But anyway, turned out okay. Currently 1-0 for Houseplant. He's on match point. See you in game 2. This is game 2 of the match between Houseplant and Riggs. Game 1 went pretty decisively in Houseplant's favor. Let's see if game 2 is going to be the same, or if Riggs is going to bring it back. That's going to make things quite interesting, for sure. So yeah, loading up right now. It's going to be interesting. Houseplant playing as Vampire Counts and Riggs as the Warriors of Chaos. Slow motion time. What do we have for Vampire Counts? Well, we see a Vampire Lord on Zombie Dragon. We see Fellbats here on the left flank. And those seem to be all the flyers for the Vampire Counts. Nothing else really. That's flying, that is. What's the rest of the composition? Well, we actually see 3 zombies up front. 1, 2, 3, 4 Grave Guards, followed up by 4 Crypt Horrors, of course. We see a Blood Knight with Black Knights and with Lances and Barding here as well. And looks like that's going to be the build of Vampire Counts. Pretty safe and standard, quite strong. Now for Warriors of Chaos. Ooh, we have Sarthor Rail, the Ever Watcher, with 3 Chaos Giants. I honestly have no idea what this guy does. Oh, he's a spellcaster. Okay, what kind of abilities does he have? Transmutation, okay, then there's metal. Oh, he has the metal abilities. Alright. So, 3 Chaos Giants, very good choice against Vampire Counts and Sarthoril. Like, this guy is pretty damn beastly looking. What else do we see? Well, very small Chaos Army because of all the Giants. We see 1 unit of Forsaken, we see the Exalted Hero, 2 Chosen, and another Forsaken. So super small Chaos Army here, as you can see here. 246 men deployed. Yeah, the Vampire Counts, they have Crypt Horrors, they have Grave Guards, right? So they should potentially be able to deal with them. And the zombies will tank a lot of the damage of these giants for sure. So zombies in this matchup, I would say pretty decent choice. Again, Blood Knights, Black Knights, yeah, coming around for this flank here with Cab is a good idea. Ooh, that was a nice use of the ability onto the Chaos Giant. Arcane Conduit was used as well. So yeah, targeting the Chaos Giant is a good move because he actually needs to die. So here we go, zombies going to be engaging into the Forsaken. Grave Guards coming up with Crypt Horrors as well. Yeah, again, zombies, great usage here. Coming in first. making sure that the charge of the enemy units is used by them, and they're gonna go down soon, but this is going to be fine for the vampire counts, really. Crypt Horrors. Oh, there is transmutation, which can be quite important, but it can be countered by an Nehek, or at least mitigated a lot with if we see a Nehek on the field, but we don't see the Nehek right now. Okay, we have Blood Knights charging into these Forsaken. These Forsaken are really gonna be Forsaken. So it's Chaos Giants taking so much damage. Transmutation still being used here, and we don't see a Nehek on the field, which is of course problematic here. We need to see a Nehek, but there's no Nehek currently. Alright, so there we go. Nehek has been used, but not in the center here. A Nehek here isn't going to be that helpful, I guess. Well, there's a Crypt Horror and stuff, but a Nehek sort of here might have been better because all these units are taking massive damage. But still, again, looks like Forsaken here will die. Blood Knights doing a really good job here, destroying those Forsaken. Vampire Lord coming into the fray here, and he should pull out as soon as he does his charge bonus, because he can't stay here because the Giants will just tear him apart if he stays there. He should pull out right now because the Giants are targeting him. Actually, they're not targeting him right now, which is a mistake. They should really be targeting him because he's the important unit to kill. They targeted the Vampire Lord. Okay, looks like now they may be targeting the Vampire Lord, and look at all the damage the Vampire Lord is taking. But he's Neheked, so he's going to survive for a bit. Now the Vampire Lord will pull out. He should have pulled out earlier because he took some unnecessary damage from the Chaos Giants there. Again, here you can easily see that the Vampire units are having no issue here, but this is such a massive blob. Cannot really understand what's going on here at all. Chaos Giants here still doing so much damage. But if it's Chaos Giants on their own, they won't do so well anymore, and this is kind of what's happening soon. You can see already the Chosen. Both Forsaken units are gone, and the Chosen will soon fall as well. This unit is wavering here, and once that's done, it will be an issue. Sartorel, the Everwatcher, is still alive, and this flank, I don't know what they're fighting here. Oh, it's an Exalted Hero. He's fighting really hard. The Black Knights will pull out. Blood Knights are pulling out as well. With Red Fury, they're gonna get a really nice charge off here into these Chaos Giants. Vampire Lord is chasing off against the Chosen. You can see here more Graveguards pouring in against the Giants here. But look at these Giants just doing so much damage to all the Vampire units here. But still, they're surrounded, and they lost their Chosen units. So and they do have an Exalted Hero and Sartorel, but Sartorel will fall soon. And once he does, yes, Giants have a lot of leadership, but it's not going to be that much when your leader is gone. Even they can rout off the field. There's no safe leadership in this game. Safe amount of leadership, unless you somehow have like 200, which no unit really does. Okay, Blood Knights still on the field, running away, and yeah, they're going to disengage, chasing off, making sure the Chosen cannot come back into the fray. But again, we see the Vampire Lord coming in. The Giants are soon alone. Well, they are alone right now, for sure. Sartorel is dead. He has died. Chaos Giants, you can see that they are probably going to start wavering soon. We see no new Nehek from the Vampire Lord. If there's going to be another Nehek, then it's surely a victory for the Vampire Council. Already you can see one Chaos Giant routing off the field. This Giant routing off the field, and this one should soon follow. So as you can see, Giants, again, they can rout. Even if they have a lot of HP left, they can rout. So that's what happens when the general dies. If we look at the stats, Chaos Giants obviously doing most damage. Chosen still doing okay-ish. This Forsaken getting kills. Exalted Heroes doing But anyway, that's the game and match. So Houseplant takes the series 2-0. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Follow me on social media. I'll see you next time.